Hello, people. Welcome back to my channel. Hope you are good. Hope you are all fine. As human with a functioning mind, you cannot stop having inner conversations. Most of us are not aware that our inner conversations are the causes of the circumstances of our life. We are told, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. But do you know that man's thinking follows the tracks they've done in his inner conversations? To turn the tracks which he is done in the direction which he wants to go, he must put off his former conversation, which is called the old man, and be renewed in the spirit of his mind. Speech is the image of the mind. Therefore, to change his mind, he must first change his speech. When a man discovers the creative power of inner talking, he will realize his function and his mission in life. Then he can act with purpose. And without that consciousness, he acts purposeless. Every reality is the manifestation of the mental conversation that goes on in us without being aware, and it acts with purpose too. A man's mental conversation attracts his life. So, as long as there is no change in his inner conversation, the personal history of the man becomes the same. We attempting to change the world before we change our inner talking is to struggle against the very nature of things. Because men can go round and round in the same circles of disappointments and misfortunes, never seeing them as caused by his own inner negative talking and discussion, but rather caused by others. This may seem far fetched, but it is a manner which aims itself to research in formula. Have you ever wondered why most your inner thought and arguments come to reality? We have to begin to sieve our thought because the solution to life's problem lies in it. The Lord from heaven is trying to become self conscious in the body by imitating the Father. How do we imitate the Father? The Bible says, "He calls the things which are not seen to be seen." The same way we call for things with our inner conversations. Our individual word is the expression of our inner speech. Every idle word men speak, every idle word men shall speak, they shall give account of. By their word they shall be justified, and by their word they shall be condemned. We abandon ourselves to negative inner talking, yet expect to retain the command of life. Our aggressive mental conversation do not recede in the past as men believe. They advance into the future to confront us as wasting or investive words. My word as a prophet shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and I shall prosper in all things which I say. The events of life are your inner words which made visible, and our words can help the people around us too by imagining these scenarios and speaking positive words over them too. Now is the acceptable time. Now is the day of salvation. It is what is done now that counts, even though it may not be visible till tomorrow. This is how most of us rob others of their willingness and their ability to become kind and generous by our fixed attitude towards them. Our attitude would unfold within us in the form of mental conversation. What we desire to see and hear without, we should desire to see and hear within. For the whole manifested word goes to show us what use we have made of the word. Everything that manifests in our word is according to the word that we have ingested in our mind and meditated on. If your practices are of controlled inner speaking, you too will know what it's true to say, "I told you before it came to pass." You'll be able to consciously use your imagination to transform and channel the immense creation of your inner speech from the mental, emotional level to the physical level. What are your aim about anything in life? What does your inner talking do? Does it match your inner talking? Does your inner talking match it? It must match. They must match. Because can two work together except they agree? The two who must agree are your inner states and desire and your inner talking. Every stage of a man progress. Yeah. Every stage of a man progress was made by a conscious size of his imagination, matching his inner speech and fulfilled desire. We can lay aside all other processes in the simply act of clear imagination and intention. I used to say this all the time. There are two gifts which God bestowed on men alone and no other mortal creature. These two are mind and speech. And the gift to mind and speech is equivalent to that of immortality. If a man uses these two gifts rightly, he will differ in nothing from immortals. With the gift to mind and speech, you create circumstances of life. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The Word is the Son. The mind is the Father of the Son. They are not separate from the other. For life is the union of word and mind. You and your inner talking and word are one. Thank you. Thank you so much for viewing my videos. Thank you so much for staying to this place. Thank you so much for if this is your second time, thank you so much for coming back. And if this is your first time, thank you so much for viewing. Um if you want to place an order, you can do so with the link in my bio. I have a WhatsApp link in my bio and in the description box too. You can just click on the description and click on the link and get to my WhatsApp. And if you're not on WhatsApp, you can as well access us on Instagram. The links are below. Thank you very much.